Another sync clap. Okay. So about 6 or 7 years ago, I was just scrolling on YouTube, as you do, and I had a video come across my page. It was a video by this little YouTuber. You probably haven't even heard of him. His name's Rhett Scholl. And in this video, he was showcasing a guitar called a Novo Seras J. Immediately kind of caught my eye. So this interesting looking offset, interesting name, Novo, Seras. You know, the J was obviously for Jazzmaster, but that was really the only familiarity I'd had with anything going on here. And it immediately caught my attention because, well, if you've seen his guitar, which you probably have because he's actually one of the biggest YouTubers there is right now for guitar playing, you know it's a gorgeous sparkle pink with a gold pick guard. It is one of the most beautiful eye-catching guitars I think I've ever seen. So I'm watching this video and I'm like, who is this company? Where did they come from? What are they doing? What are they making? Is this something I could get or get my hands on? And that was the beginning of a very long journey of my love for these guitars. It all started just from seeing them online and then immediately looking them up and quickly finding out, I can't afford this. These are expensive and I'm 20 years old right now working a job at a music store. So the thought of getting one kind of had to be on the back burner. But my love and interest for these guitars never really kind of faded. And they always felt so elusive. There was just something about the vibe of these guitars, the aura, if you will, that they have. And I remember the first time I actually got to have my hands on one. I was so excited. It was 2020, and it was my first time being able to go to NAMM. And quite literally one of the first booths I remember going to, if not maybe the first one, was the Novo Guitars booth. They had a little setup there. I was so excited to see these guitars and get to talk to the guys and everything because I'd just seen them online. And I'm like, they all sound good online. They look good. I'd seen other people play them. And I always wonder, are these guitars as good as they look? It was when they first debuted their Soulless model, which was the one that they put it out with a single pickup and everything. And I remember it was such a small booth and everything at the time, if I'm remembering this correctly. And I didn't even really get to plug it in, but I just got to sit down and play it for just a few minutes. And if you've ever been to NAMM, you know it's not really the best to properly demo and try out a guitar or any kind of instrument. It's loud, it's noisy, there's people everywhere. If you're at a popular booth like Novo or something of the like, you kind of got to wait in line and then, play in front of people who you're kind of scared to play in front of. So it's just not the best place for that. But I got to sit down with this guitar for a couple minutes, even just from that experience alone, just playing the guitar, feeling the neck, the way it resonated. I could tell these guitars are truly something special and incredible. So fast forward again a couple years, I'm still just, all I'm really able to see is just on Instagram, just checking them out on Instagram, following them, just daydreaming, just man, one day I would love to get one of these guitars. And then the next time I got to spend an actual amount of time with one was, if you haven't seen, I work for a guitar store a lot doing product demos called Angel City Guitars, and they had gotten one in. And if you don't know this as well, quick side note, for the longest time too, Novo didn't do dealers at all. You would just buy direct from them. I think they would just drop guitars. If I, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, they would just do drops where they would hey, this guitar is being made. First one to get it gets it. And they would almost always sell out super quickly. Or you could, of course, do a custom build to order guitar. And so I walk into this music store. We're going to do, we're doing about 10 guitars. And on the list of what he shows me is a Novo. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You have one here? It's here right now? Where is it? And I got so excited to be able to actually spend some time with one and sit down with it. And I asked, are you a dealer of them? Can you get these guitars now? And he was like, no, it was a used one that had been traded in. And so that was like the next time I'd gotten to spend some time with one. And it was that one as well. Seemingly, I'd now gotten to plug into an amp and play it and enjoy it and see how it, and again, I was just so blown away by these guitars. And then throughout the past couple of years, every now and then I would see them pop up. I saw one at LA Vintage Gear in Burbank, California. They had a used one. Same thing. Oh, give it to me. I need to play it. I would play it for as long as I can without, overstaying my welcome at a music store. Would just have these like limiting experiences and stuff with these guitars and just wanting to know like, how can I possibly get my hands on one of these? Because I can't afford it, but I want one. I want to play one. Until recently, Novo started to do dealerships, and Angel City Guitars now is a dealer of Novo guitars. And because Angel City Guitars I have a close personal relationship with them, and they are the best people in the world, the owner let me take home this guy. So this is a Novo Seras J. Kind of their standard model. It seems like from what they're doing now, they kind of have a standard series model. And if you saw my last video about my Quad Cortex that I just posted, you heard this in some playing examples, as well as I've been using it on all over TikTok and stuff. And finally being able to get down and sit down with one, especially the Seras J model. This has always been my favorite model. I think it is just gorgeous. It's a amazing, incredible, unique design. That is something that Dennis Fano has always been masterful at, because if you don't know, Novo Guitars was started by Dennis Fano, the man behind Fano Guitars, and they've actually just recently kind of re-merged together again too. So I'm super excited to see what the amazingness they'll come up with now that they're working back together again. But after he sold Novo, I think the timeline is about 9 years ago, at least at the time of recording this video, he started this company, Fano Guitars. So a little bit about this guitar. I'll put the full specs on the screen as well so you can read them too, but it's a tempered pine body, which is pretty normal for them. It's a roasted maple neck, which is great. I'm a big advocate and fan of roasted maple. It just gives your neck more stability, and it looks pretty damn good. Obviously, the color is it's black. I believe they call it bull black. Tortoiseshell pickguard, beautiful tortoiseshell. Like, a good tortoiseshell is so underrated. If you can get tortoiseshell right, it's just flawless. Fralin P90 pickups, as well as just a stop tail bridge. I love the black and the tortoise. I'm usually a pastel guy, but there's just something about this look that I really love. And really, really getting to get up close and personal with my own gear and everything with this guitar. They're truly something special. They sound great. They look great. Dennis Fano's keen eye for design for this and their other models. It's truthfully, in my personal opinion, it is kind of unmatched at this point. You have a beautiful headstock. Headstocks are hard to do. You have the typical Fender headstock that people go with, and then there's all kinds of subtle variations, but your own original unique headstock that doesn't look kind of corny and that matches well with the body of the guitar and everything is great. So getting to actually sit down with this instrument and play it and really get to know it just made me fall in love with the craftsmanship. This is literally just going to be a video about me basically just like gushing over Novo guitars. That's really all this is this is such a great guitar. I just wanted to come on here and talk about it. The craftsmanship, the sound, the setup from the factory from them was great. The level of detail, the relicing is great. It's not super overdone. On this specific model, you can get heavier relic models from them. But man, just what wonderful instruments. Absolutely love it. Could not be more grateful to my friends over at Angel City Guitars for allowing me to take this instrument home. It's not a cheap instrument by any means. It is not to say it's not worth the money. It very much is worth the money in my opinion, because this is a guitar that could just, especially paired with what I normally play, my Strat, this is kind of the perfect secondary to it with the dual P90s. Just sounds fat, full, just perfect. So anyways, thank you for coming to this just video of me gushing and talking about Novo guitars. I hope you enjoyed some of the playing examples. I just wanted to come here and talk about it. Again, thank you so much to Angel City Guitars for loaning me this instrument. There's links down below if you want to buy it. And if you're in the LA area, they have a bunch of other Novos in stock too. Go check them out. Novo, if you see this, message me. I'd love to work together. I'm a big fan, and I would love to one day just buy one of your guitars. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, please like and subscribe. It's my goal to get this YouTube channel to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and that'd be awesome if you'd like to help out with that. So have a great day. See you guys in the next one.